Gunmen invade Kogi University, abduct students. Rescue Chibok Girl, 3 children released to Borno Govt. Also rejects wage award, insists on negotiated salary for members. And on the foreign scene, Chad's military ruler declared winner of presidential election as opposition disputes result. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. Thanks for joining us. Yet to be identified, hoodlums suspected to be bandits reportedly stormed the Kogi State Confluence University of Science and Technology, or SARA, and abducted unspecified number of students. The report from the area said that the incident happened around 9 p.m. on Thursday as students were in the lecture rooms preparing for their semester examination. Local vigilantes were said to have been mobilized to the area but could not withstand the firepower of the hoodlums. Kogi State Police Command is yet to comment on the incident. The Nigerian Army on Thursday handed over Lydia Simon, the rescued Chibok schoolgirl, and her 3 children to the Borno State government for reunification with her family. The theater commander, Northeast Joint Task Force Operation Hadinkai, Major General Wadi Shoibu, disclosed this during the handing over ceremony at the Malari cantonment on Thursday in Maiduguri. He said that troops of the 82 Division Task Force Battalion rescued the lady carrying a 6-month-old pregnancy alongside her 3 children on Wednesday, April 17, in the Goza local government area of the state. Shoaibu said she was number 18 among the girls who were rescued by the Nigerian military. Still insecurity over in Kaduna State, troops of the Nigerian Army deployed for counter-terrorism in a daring response to actionable intelligence have neutralized some terrorists and thwarted the activities of violent extremists and abduction of farmers in Giwa local government area of the state. The operation, which targeted the terrorist stronghold in a village southwest of Kindada, was conducted after intelligence confirmation that the terrorists were using the village as their administrative refuge. As troops approached the village, they were met with an ambush, but the troops with tactical prowess fought their way through, forcing the insurgents to scatter in various directions. The valiant troops also captured 2 AK-47 rifles, 3 magazines, and a motorbike. Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy Minister Bosu Tijani and telecommunication operators have maintained different positions on the proposed plan to raise tariff across all networks. The telecommunications operators, under the auspices of mobile network operators, insisted that the hike in telecom tariff has become inevitable given the realities, outlooks of the present economy. But the minister maintained that the government does not see an increase as an option. The operators warned that the epileptic power supply situation might become the fate of the telecom industry should the government continue to block them from raising tariff. In politics, the clerk of Rivers State House of Assembly, Amadi Emeka, said that Honorable Victor Okojombo, who declared himself Speaker of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly on Wednesday, was suspended alongside Sokari Good Boy Sokari and Adolphus Good Boy and cannot claim to be Speaker of the Assembly. Emeka, in a press statement issued in Port Harcourt on Friday, said that Jumbo Sokari and Orubimie were suspended on the 30th of October 2023 in pursuant to the rules of the House, saying that their suspension has not been lifted and therefore cannot lay claim to the officers of the House. He added that the House is still conducting legislative business in line with the standing orders of the House and the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He called the people of Rivers State to discountenance any media report purporting any recent change in leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The trial of the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, who is accused of fraud to the tune of $4.5 billion and 2.2 billion naira, continued on Thursday, with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, tendering bundles of documents before the court. The documents were tendered through the third prosecution witness, Clement Ngolu, a compliance officer with Zenith Bank, by the EFCC counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, SAN. The documents were admitted into evidence following no objections from the first defense counsel, Olaliko Ojo, SAN, and the second defense counsel, Adeyinka Kotoye, SAN. The third witness, Victor Onyejuwa, who is the managing director of the Source Computers Limited, also appeared before the court, where he admitted being pressured to pay $600,000 as kickback to facilitate payment of contracts funds. Onyejuwa told the court that his company, the Source Computers Limited, provided information and communication technologies assistance to the Apex Bank between 2014 and 2019. The witness said his company was awarded at least 5 contracts within the stipulated period. The judge has adjourned the matter to May 17 for the continuation of trial. University workers have rejected the 35,000 naira wage award, saying that they prefer to negotiate their salaries with President Bola Tinubu. The president of the Economic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, who spoke at the inauguration of the Secretariat of the University of Ibadan branch, said the wage award fell below expectation. Osodeke disclosed that the union had agreed that whatever was legally sent to members' accounts should be spent, but not to be taken as the negotiated salary. Osodeke highlighted pending industrial issues with the federal government, including the renegotiation of the existing agreement, payment of withheld salaries, earned economic allowance, and the release of the needs assessment funds. The Nigerian police has inaugurated a schools protection squad in Kaduna designed to secure the learning environment for children. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoko, noted that the initiative is part of the government's action plan to ensure the protection of Nigerian education. Here's the report.
The federal government launched the SelfSchool Initiative in 2014 to ensure that school children affected by insecurity can continue their education without disruption. In 2019, the government ratified the SelfSchool Declaration, reinforcing Nigeria's commitment to the initiative's implementation. Due to the recent attacks on schools and the mass abduction of school children, the Nigerian police is establishing the School Protection Squad to provide a secure learning environment.
As we embark on this journey, let us remember the importance of collaboration and unity in achieving our goals. Together with the support of our community stakeholders, we can overcome any challenge and create safer, more secure environment for our students, teachers, and staff.
The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 14, Yahaya Abubakar, who conveyed the Inspector General's message, stated that the force will provide comprehensive training for the squad to boost its effectiveness.
The squad is a specialized unit that is solely dedicated for the safety of students, teachers, and school facilities in the country. The workshop is aimed at providing the requisite training and capacity building for stakeholders and personnel of the newly established School Protection Squad SPS in Kaduna State. This brings me to the duties of the Nigerian Police Force under the SelfSchool Initiative.
Halima Ilya, the National Coordinator for Financing SelfSchool Initiative, reiterated the federal government's commitment to funding the initiative to enable it achieve predetermined goals.
Well, when you look at the objectives of the plan, we intend to build security resilience host communities, training the locals and the youth of those communities. We intend to train them on security resilience. We intend to have them into the security architecture, because security of schools today is not just the responsibility of government, it's our collective responsibility.
The Kaduna State government also shared measures it has implemented to ensure school safety.
To ensure that Education of our children in conflict-prone and terrorist-infested areas is not interrupted. We have commenced the margin of 359 schools with those in safe locations. We are also implementing our Safe School program to strengthen the security in our primary and secondary schools.
The Nigerian Police Force said it is committed to partnering with communities across the country to ensure the safety of school and build resilience against security threats. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
This is the news update on Trust TV. Still to come. Lagos residents blame non-compliance to use pedestrian bridge on insecurity. More news when we return. Please do stay with us.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us and just joining us for the news update on Trust TV. A recap of our top stories. Gunmen invade Kogi University, abduct students. We also told you that rescued Chibok Girl, 3 children released to Borno State government. More news. The federal government has announced that the Lagos-Kano narrow gauge rail line is poised to commence freight services. This revelation came to light during the visit of the Minister of Transportation, Saidu Alkali, to the project site in Kano State on Thursday. The contractors, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, CCECC, disclosed that the line had been successfully linked to the Zawachiki-Dala dry port in Kano, a pivotal commercial center in the state. Alkali emphasized that initiating freight operations would not only prolong the lifespan of the nation's highways, but also contribute to reducing the alarming number of auto accident-related fatalities among Nigerians. Over in Lagos State, residents have blamed the lack of compliance to pedestrian bridges across the city on insecurity. According to them, lack of illumination on the bridges makes using them risky, as users risk being attacked by hoodlums who have turned them to their abode. Dr. Omisaki sent the report is presented from our studios.
State Commissioner of the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, had during the ministerial press briefing held Friday, May 3rd, disclosed that operatives of the Environmental Sanitation Corps, Lageski, popularly known as Sky, arrested 1,032 persons for crossing the highway without using pedestrian bridges in the last 12 months. He said the figure captures defaulters during the day, but Trust TV investigation showed that during sunrise, compliance level is high, while pedestrians throw compliance to the wind during the night, blaming their actions on the absence of light, which makes the bridge unsafe.
In a renewed step to ensure safety of lives of residents, the operatives of KAI and Lages, in line with the provisions of the Lagos State Environmental Protection Management Laws 2017, renewed the enforcement of the use of pedestrian bridges. At the last count, a total of 1,032 persons were arrested for crossing the highways and failure to use the pedestrian bridges.
While residents acknowledge that crossing the highways without the use of pedestrian bridges is dangerous, they however call on the government to restore light to affected bridges to encourage usage by residents.
The importance of bridge, it's very, very important, and it's safety for most of us in Nigeria, because there are some cars on the highway. When they are coming, some of them don't focus, like they were always distracted by so many things. That is why the use of the pedestrian bridge is very, very useful for us in Nigeria, for our own life and for our safety as well. So I urge everyone to please use the bridge for our safety. And again, I plead on behalf of all the Nigerians youth to make sure they provide a tangible light, a good light on the streets, because there are some boys on the bridge that they normally rob due to lack of lights. So then we need them to fix the light properly and provide a good security for us in Nigeria.
Those people that are crossing, I don't know why they are crossing, because the bridge is very okay to, it's very easy to climb. So I don't know why they are crossing, because if they cross and the motor jam them, that is for them. So my advice for these people that are crossing is to not to cross again, just to be using the pedestrian. It's very okay. Like me now, anytime I came to Ojota, anytime I come to Ojota here, I used to climb the bridge. In fact, at times I stood on the bridge, I looked the motor that is coming here from here. In fact, because of the car, it's not necessary for government to put car on the road, because it's our safety.
Commercial Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps Major Olani Olatunbosun Cole retired, who said the agency has cleared illegal occupants identified as miscreants from bridges, however admitted there might still be a few others remaining.
The World Bank has said the federal government's 5,000 naira cash transfer scheme had little impact on household consumption and financial inclusion. The Apex Bank's financial institution revealed this in its latest report titled Better Don't Come: Effects of Cash Transfers on Women and Households in Nigeria. According to the report, the intervention also had a limited impact on employment, especially for women. The report cited the 2016 cash transfer program when the federal government launched the National Social Safety Net project. Charles Junta Chief Muhammad Idris Deby Itno has won this week's presidential election in the first round, according to provisional official results released Thursday. Deby extends his family's decades-long grip on power. Monday's vote aimed to end 3 years of military rule in a country crucial to the fight against jihadism across Africa's Sahel Desert region. The Onge Electoral Commission said Deby won 61.03% of votes, beating Prime Minister Success Masra, who garnered only 18.53%, and results due to be confirmed by the Constitutional Council. In a broadcast, Deby said he is now the elected president of all Chadians and promised to make good on his campaign promises.
We as a united people owe this victory to you. The people placed us family in the lead from the first round, backed by verifiable counts from over 90% of the ballot boxes, validating a decisive win in the first round, a triumphant of change over the status quo of hope over the past.
Still staying on the foreign scene, Beninese President Patrice Talon now says Niger will not use its port to export the oil. In a statement, Talon said that Niger's logic was to blame. Talon claims his country exports large quantities of staples to Niger, but because of the closed border on the Nigerian side, informal vendors profit when Beninese have to suffer a price increase. Talon accused Nigerian authorities of rejecting formal cooperation. The pipeline linking Kulele in Niger to the port of Sena in Benin will produce about 90,000 barrels per day, something that will transform Niger into a significant regional oil producer. Niger currently pumps around 20,000 barrels per day of oil, most of it from China National Petroleum Corporation projects in the Agadem Rift Basin in the country's southeast. This is still news update on Trust TV. More news when we return. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Now let's get to sports news, where Ademola Lookman has been nominated for UEFA Europa League Player of the Week award. Lookman was the architect of Atalanta's impressive 3-0 victory against League One outfit Olympique Marseille on Thursday night. The Nigerian bagged a goal and assist in the encounter. The 26-year-old opened scoring for The day on the half-hour mark, the winger then set up Matteo Ruggeri for the second goal on 52 minutes. The former Leicester City player has now scored 12 goals and provided 8 assists across all competitions for Atalanta this season. Former Super Eagles forward Sonny Aluko has retired from professional football. Aluko and Premier League newly promoted club Ipswich made the announcement. 35-year-old made just one league appearance for Ipswich this season, but featured 6 times in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. After representing England at under-16, under-17, under-18 and under-19 levels, he switched allegiance to Nigeria and was part of the Flying Eagles squad that featured at the 2009 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Egypt. He made his full debut for the Super Eagles in 2009 in an international friendly against the Republic of Ireland, which ended 1-1 draw. On a sad note, the member representing Gariki Bobura Federal Constituency of Jigawa State, Representative Isa Dongoyaro, has died. One of his colleagues, Representative Muhammad Bello El-Rufai, disclosed the death of the lawmaker on his Facebook wall Friday morning. Deputy House spokesperson Philip Agbese said he learned about the death of the lawmaker through posts on social media and on WhatsApp groups of the House, with tributes coming in from colleagues. He said there are the usual Islamic prayers and tributes by colleagues on various platforms. He also said there was no official communication to the House yet from the family. He was declared the lawful APC candidate for the House of Representatives in 2023 general elections, representing Babura Gariki Federal Constituency of Jigawa State, after a court sacked Aminu Kanta, who was declared the winner of the primary election in the state for allegedly submitting a false name. May his soul rest in peace. And with that, we've come to the end of the news at this hour. For more news, documentaries and programs, please do want to follow us on all our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chiamaka Nwafo. On behalf of the news production team, thank you for joining us.